You know, some believe Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh's motivation lies in what happened 2 years earlier at the Branch Davidian compound in Waco. But could anyone have known his plans for the bombing?
Well, that is a question that haunts many of us, including the woman who ran a daycare inside the federal building.
She tells her story for the first time on TV to News 9's Robin Marsh.
Just like today, it was a beautiful day, normal day. The kids were running in the daycare. Everybody was in the daycare in Choctaw. Everybody was having fun. I just got off the phone from Dana. Knew there were 21 kids in the daycare. She was excited about the day. We just talked, as we always did. Hung up the phone to do payroll. Next thing I knew, little faces kind of flash in front of you.
A caregiver at heart.
This is the one I got the phone call on.
Meet Melva Noakes. The morning of April 19th, 1995 began at her daycare in Choctaw.
You think what they would be 20 years later.
She was planning to head to downtown Oklahoma City and the Federal Building, where she had just opened the America's Kids Daycare 3 weeks prior.
Usually I would go down and I would park my car underneath that building and wave at the kids in the windows as I called them on the phone, would say, "I'm coming," and I would honk the horn and wave at them in the windows.
A precious memory that faded in an instant. Melva's daughter called with word of an explosion at the Federal Building.
As we got down there, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe what was going on. Nothing prepares you for that. When I walked and finally turned the corner, it was like there wasn't a building. There wasn't a face on the building. There was no landmark that I remembered. I couldn't believe it was the building that I had been parking under and driving to. And where were my kids? I thought they were going to be safe.
The loss is unbearable. "19 lives taken inside the daycare, including the tiniest 15 victims. Scott Williams making a delivery, and 3 of Melva's daycare workers. Melva says 9 a.m. was Bible time, and that the body of Miss Wanda was found with a child and Bible in her lap.
The brothers. Where you saw one, you saw the other one.
Melva says she will never forget how each life touched her heart.
He was cute, always in overalls.
But she says there is one thing that still haunts her.
You know, when you tell someone, "Go ahead and go to work, Mom, they're going to be fine. They'll be here when you come home." And you can't tell them that anymore. It's just not the same.
A lonely road of anguish continued for Melva the day she realized she was a defendant in a lawsuit. Many of the daycare parents sued her.
People saying that I had the daycare open that day, that I know it was a terrorist day. When you have a contract with the federal, they tell you when to shut the doors and lock the doors. It's not something you can control. It's the store of the Murrah Building Daycare.
Forgiveness and healing have come for Melva and can be found through the pages of a book she has written, April Morning. Melva says God has carried her through the dark days, and she will never forget. She says there's only one place she wants to be on the 20-year remembrance of the bombing.
I'll be here reading the names. Reading the names.
Robin Marsh, News 9.
After 3 years of lawsuits, Melva Noakes says the judge threw out all the lawsuits against her. She says she has no ill feelings toward the parents who sued her.